Okay guys, sorry about that. We're trying this again, take 2. Hubby showed up at home because he forgot his phone, so yep, kind of figured that was going to happen. I was like, oh my god, the video is going to go bye-bye, so I had to do part 2. I don't have a way to, like, edit videos or anything yet, so literally this is just all, like, as is. Can't edit anything. I don't have the editing software. That's not something I'm going to go into right now. I just want to enjoy making videos and just posting as is stuff. Like, I am who I am. Things are what they are. We don't need to edit out things necessarily. I'm just being real. So, anyway, so let's talk about, we did life updates, we did work updates. Now let's do, we did a little bit of crochet updates with the amigurumi. Yes, I'm getting into it. No, I don't want it to become my main focus because I don't want to be like everybody else. Like I had mentioned in my last, in part 1. I don't want to jump on that bandwagon and do what everybody else is doing, which is only amigurumi. I love blankets. I love making blankets. I love making other things, clothing, household goods, pillows, those kinds of things. But I am dabbling in amigurumi for orders and things like that. It's not going to be the main focus of my crochet, but it's going to be some of it now. Because that's what's selling. I don't want to say unfortunately, but it is kind of because everybody's doing it. Like, everybody. There are, like, everybody that crochets is crocheting stuffed animals. Everybody, almost, that I know. Like, or that I'm meeting. Everybody that's, oh, I can crochet. Yeah, I crochet stuffed animals. Like, great. Everybody's doing it. Which is a little sad because those of us that rely on stuff for a business like this, it's kind of killing the business because so many people are doing it. But anyway, enough about that. I have no problem if you are crocheting and selling amigurumi. That is not what I am saying at all. I am doing the same thing. It's just I have noticed people that I've done craft shows with for years are noticing that their sales are going down because so many other people are doing it. And it's harder and harder to get into shows now because so many people are doing it. But anyway, that's that. I hold nothing against you if you sell amigurumi at craft shows. Perfect. That's great. I am so happy for you. But just saying, in where I live, it's become very difficult to sell anything but those things right now because it's such a craze. And it's hard to get a spot in a craft show because, like I said, a lot of people are doing it now more than ever. And it's like, oh, we already got somebody that does it. Yeah, but I crochet other stuff. Nope, we already have somebody. Oh, okay. So it's kind of hard. This year's been a really rough one for craft shows, not just for myself, but for other crocheters. For, like, they've been telling me, no, we have not done nearly as well as we have in the last years, and I don't know what's going on with that. And I mean, like, I have never really made a ton of money, which I never started doing craft shows to make money. I started doing them because I was home all the time. It was essentially my full-time job. And my husband, how it started was my husband noticed that I was crocheting a lot. I was making these things. I was giving them away. He said, why don't you try selling them? And then we can get them out of the house and you can make more. Sorry, I got like dog hair stuck on my nose and it's itching. Local little hair is like light and fluffy and tickles, so. Okay, sorry. Is it gonna go away? Okay, it's gone now. No. I can feel it like moving on my nose, so. Sorry. I'm not trying to like just touch my nose all the time, but. Like I said, local hair is everywhere. And it's so light and. Yeah. Anyway. Where was I going with that? Lost that train of thought. So here we are. Oh yeah, how I started originally. So that's how I started. I didn't do it to make a ton of money because back then, that was back in 2016 I started my business. I mean, I made money, yeah, that was great. Oh gosh, hold on, I got... Loco, your hair is in my nose. Oh. Okay, sorry, it was tickling inside my nose. And now it's still in there. I'm gonna try not to have a problem, but it's in there. Okay. So my goal in doing craft shows is never to make a ton of money. However, when I started doing the bigger craft shows, it's really hard to not focus on making money. And my husband has to remind me quite often, you know, it's not about the money, Lisa. You do this because you love to do this and you love to do these things. Yes, I do. But when I hear, it's very difficult when I hear, yeah, I made $800 and here I am, I made $200. Like, and I'm just like, oh, and they're like, that's all you made? And I'm like, apparently that's bad. I don't know. I never make money at these things, like, because I don't sell what's popular, I guess. I don't know. So that's part of the reason, I guess, that I started doing amigurumi. My friend Liz was just hounding me about it. Yes, Liz, I'm talking about you. I know you're watching my videos, so she's like my little nag. She pushes and pushes and pushes and pushes me to do things. I have a whole list of things. Excuse me. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry. I don't know what that's about. I have this whole list of things that I'm supposed to make for her. And I have some. Okay, so this is terrible. I'm a terrible friend. So she ordered something back in November when we started becoming really close friends. She paid for it and everything. I haven't finished it yet. It is literally right here. This is half of what she's ordered. This is going to be a zipper pouch. I have to sew the lining in and the zipper to finish it. This has been sitting in this house since November. Priorities, right? Anyway, the list has just gotten longer and longer and longer as we go over different things that I make and whatnot. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. So yes, I am a bad friend because of that. But also, she doesn't also care. She just likes to give me crap about it, and I'm okay with that. So anyway, I'm doing amigurumi. Let's talk about what I've made recently that is not amigurumi first, and then we'll go from there. Okay. Loco, you're gonna have to move. Hey, you have to move. Okay, so the first thing is Liz's son Jacob. I was working on this blanket. I was just doing this pattern, loved the colors, just wanted to make it to sell, and he fell in love with it, and I wanted it to be his once I finished it. He does not know this, but Liz knows this, and I finished it recently. So I want to show you that first. It's a corner to corner blanket made with favorite stripe Red Heart Super Saver yarn. Okay, so we're gonna push this chair out of the way. I'm gonna try to step around this dog. It just lays in the way all the time. Alright, so here's the blanket, guys. As you can see, this is a corner to corner blanket. It is actually larger than, well, actually this will grow with him, I guess, because it's about my size. Covers me from my neck to my feet, so, and he's a small kid, so, oops, wrong way. But I was super obsessed with this color for a while. If you remember, my Fiesta Siesta blanket is made out of the same yarn, just a different pattern. I do have to weave in a couple ends. But other than that, this is done, and I hope to get it to him soon. But I wanted to show that to you guys. Oh. Okay. We're just gonna... Alright, so I'm gonna go put this away. Alright, so like I had talked about, I like to do mindless crochet during the week. And one of the biggest stash busting things that I like to do is make granny squares and make them into blankets. Now let me show you what kind of blankets I'm referring to. I will show you a picture of one that I made that I gave away to a friend. And now I'm obsessed with making more of them. Okay. Alright, so I made kind of a scrap gown. Sorry, the colors are kind of terrible, but it's rainbow, and it's let's see if I can get the thing to focus a little bit. There we go, that's a little bit better. What the heck was that noise? Sorry, my neighbor's probably hacking up along outside. So I did that. It's bordered with gray, and it was like 16 squares, and there were seven rows. It was just to use up yarn, and people thought it was amazing, so I decided to start doing a bunch of them. So here is a stack ready to be put together. I'll just show you a few. They're all different colors. These are bordered in dark gray. But the more color, the better. It makes for a funner blanket, if you ask me. Tell me what your thoughts are on that. This is a fun one. Okay, I'm not going to go through all of these, but you get the idea. So I think I have 17 here. So this is not quite where I want it to be yet, but it's almost there. I think that's going to be like a lapgan. So those are separate from what I'm working on now. Then I'm also working on more. I have about 21 of these. These have not been bordered yet. These are going to be bordered in another light gray, not dark gray, light gray. So these are not bordered. I've just finished them and been collecting them until I get them to where I want them. So as you can see, I have quite a few. Lots of just using up scraps, guys. Just scrap busting, because if you know anything about me, I have so many scraps that it's not even funny. Now I have so many squares. But these are going to be nice blankets, and I can give them away, or I can keep them, or whatever the case is. They're just going to be nice to have on hand. A quick gift for somebody if need be. So that's another thing I'm working on. Then I started, this is what I wanted to start with this yarn for a long time. It's Yarn Bee Sugar Wheel from Hobby Lobby. Woo! Sorry, still learning how this camera works here. Oh god, okay. Struggle's real. Candied orange, okay. This is what it looks like. It's yellow, orange, pink, and purple. I was obsessed. I wanted to do a corner-to-corner blanket with this from the moment I saw it on the shelf. Well, I finally started it like over a week ago when I was procrastinating getting an order done. So here's what I got so far. Sorry, just humming to myself here. I got the song in my head. So this is what it looks like so far. I just started on the second. I went through one skein already. I'm just started on the second one. This is, let's see, it's called Candied Orange. I don't know if I said that or not. It's 355 yards, 100% acrylic, 325 meters, 199 grams, 7 ounces. I'm using a 5mm crochet hook to do this, just because I like the tighter look that it gives me. Also, I am obsessed with new crochet hooks from Hobby Lobby, which I will now show you since we're talking about crochet hooks. So those are my current works in progress at the moment. Ongoing works in progress. Okay. Alright, so they came out with these new crochet hooks. They have a nice thick handle. They're ergonomic. Nice. It's rubber. It's super comfortable. I'm a pencil grip person, and this works just fine. It would also work good if you're knife grip. The only negative thing I have to say about this, it does not come in a 6.5. I have a 5, 5.5, and a 6. It does not come in a 6.5. It has an 8, I think, and I don't remember all the other sizes, but it does not carry one of the more sizes that I use. So that's kind of a bummer, but I love these hooks. These are very, very close to the head, is very close to the Susan Bates type head. The prim hooks also, I'm very specific about the hook head that I use, so, but I'm obsessed with these. I use these for everything. I feel like they're Yarnology, I think. I probably should have looked that up, but I didn't. So anyway, that's another thing I'm doing there. I'm trying to think if I have any more WIPS that I'm working on. Oh, you want to see my scrap bowl that I'm working through right now? Alright, here is a bowl of scrap yarn that I'm using to do those granny squares. By the way, here's a granny square sitting right on top. So, as you can see, there's never an abundance of, I also have a giant, I have the same bowl, I have one over here that has big balls in it, and I have one over there that has a bunch of balls, which is underneath a bunch of things, which, whatever, so I'm using from all those. Plus I have 3 giant bins of scrap yarn that is under all of my chunky yarn and random other yarn that I need to use up. So we are trying to work through yarn as fast as possible at this point because it's becoming out of control. Now, I am not afraid or ashamed to say, yes, I am a yarn hoarder. However, I have a hoard. It is pretty organized. I mean, I'm not going to show you, I'm not going to take the camera off because I don't want you to see the messy, messy house I have, but I'll show you a picture of what it looked like before. So when Joann's closed, my friend Liz bought me $200 worth of Bernat blanket yarn. All right, here's what it looked like right after I got it. Okay, my yarn wall is behind there, and then the pile is in front of it. Now, I organized it a few weeks ago, so now it looks like this. But that's a lot of yarn. That's hoard level yarn, and I'm okay with that. I have no shame in saying that I hoard yarn. That's not the only thing I hoard. I hoard a lot of things, but it's just not as taking over as the yarn. I have always kind of had hoarding tendencies ever since I was a child, to be honest. Like, I couldn't just have one kind of a toy. I had to have like 30 of the same one. It was a whole thing. But it's just really become an issue with the yarn because, oh my gosh, it's so pretty, it's cheap. I'm using it for my business. Excuse me, I'm gonna... There we go. Yeah, so I keep bringing it in, but I'm trying to use it up too. I'm just not using it as fast as I'm buying it. So there's that. Okay, now let's get into some of my orders that I've had recently. So a coworker at work, I'm sorry I did not get this on video, but I did get a picture of it. She's having a great grandson any day, or within like the next week or two, and I made her a baby blanket. So this is the baby blanket that I made her. The coloring, there we go, that's how it looks. It turned out really nice. She loves it. But that was a project that I did. This was an order I sent out not too long ago. These coasters, there is a tutorial on my channel for those if you're interested. It is not my pattern. I found it on Pinterest somewhere or on YouTube. I can't even remember where I found it. It's been so long. But if you're interested in doing sunflower coasters for fall, it's a great tutorial. I did this order. This is an amigurumi. I made this Binks the Bat. I bought the pattern off of Etsy. Never done a bat before. Never did that pattern. It took a while. It took like a whole week to do. I also made a football for a coworker. Did not order. This was not an order. That was just for fun. This was an order. Just a snake. It's made with pink speckled yarn, which you can't really tell. Also, I made little baby frogs for a craft show. Those were not an order. Happy pills, not an order, just because that's what I like to make. So as far as this was an order for Liz's son Jacob. He lost his fish, so I made him another one in an emergency. That's actually kind of what got me into, she said, yeah, see, you can do it. It turned out wonderful, and I'm like, okay, fine. So then I did that. So as far as orders, that's that. I am currently working on an elephant order. I did a practice elephant with the worsted weight yarn yesterday. And here's what it looks like. Isn't this cute? Look how well that turned out. I'm really impressed. My first attempt, oh my gosh, it looks like Dumbo almost. I think that's the whole point. Pinterest, free pattern. Never made this pattern before. I didn't know how it was going to work, but it turned out super cute. So now I'm making it with Bernat blanket yarn. I have the feet and the ears all ready to go. I just got to put the body together. So that's the order that I need to finish today or tomorrow, depending on how today goes. I'm kind of not wanting to do it. I kind of want to work on a blanket, but I need to do it. It's for my husband's coworker. She's going through kind of a rough time, so he's like, "Can we get her order done?" And I'm like, "Yep, I'll do that." Now I'm looking at all my yarn and thinking of all the things I want to make with it. Okay, I need to focus. Sorry. What else? What else has I been doing? That's been pretty much the yarn things. Oh my gosh, the whole reason that I'm doing this video. So as you guys know, since Joann's closed, they're seeing who's going to take over Big Twist and all these things. And I'm sure you guys have heard that Michaels is taking on Big Twist yarn. Now, Michaels hasn't had anything on sale yarn-wise that I buy anytime recently. However, I just happened to wander in there the other day looking for light gray yarn. They had it. However, I found something completely unexpected. I put the light gray yarn back and I bought these. I didn't get a discount because their app on their phone, my phone app was not working. Their whole app was down. I could not get a coupon. They did not have a scannable one available, so I did not get a discount. Super bummer. So I paid $13 a skein for these. But tell me they are not worth it. Look at these colors. This is a brand new yarn. Now we never get, like most other places get it way before we did. Now I have brand new yarn, Karen cake yarn. Also, they had some Big Twist yarn there, and I was very impressed because we're always the last people to get. I see everybody else having these, and we don't get them in North Dakota. So super impressed. Bought them. Beautiful colors. Tell me what you think. All right, guys. Now, the one that caught my eye first. Tell me that is not awesome. That is gorgeous coloring. These are like neon colors. These are turquoises, bright pink. There's some yellow, some like highlighter yellow. There's some black in there. Like, tell me that is not just gorgeous. That caught my eye. These are the new Karen Smash Cakes. This is called Turquoise Punch, which, I don't know, but that name really gives it justice, but whatever, I didn't name it. Machine washable and dryable, 100% acrylic, 432 yards. I bought 2 of this color. Why? Because one was not going to do it. Do I have a plan with these? Not really. I'm kind of thinking ear warmers and scarves, mostly ear warmers, but I don't know for sure yet. I had to buy this color though, and I had to buy 2 of them because, oh my gosh, it's so beautiful and everybody's going to want it, and I needed to. So that caught my eye first. Then this color. This one's called Blackberry. That does not track at all. I don't know who came up with that, but that does not look like blackberry to me, personally. That's just my opinion. Again, smash cake, 432 yards. And then I bought this one here. Ooh, that does not show the colors that much. Let's see if I can get... There is purple in here. Let's see. There we go. Okay. So this one's called Jelly Filled. No, that doesn't look like a jelly filled anything. I don't know. But anyway, whatever. That was one thing. I looked at the names and I'm like, no, that does not work at all. That does not work. That you need to name it something else. But anyway, I bought those 3 colors. I have like 1,600 yards between 4 balls here. And yes, I'm going back next week for more colors. I saw 2 more colors that I really wanted. However, I did not have the funds to purchase all of the ones that I wanted. I got the ones that I saw first that I really, really liked best. Sorry, dog hair. So that is the reason that I wanted to make this video, because I hadn't seen these anywhere, and usually podcasters are talking about them, and I hadn't seen any videos until I think yesterday, actually. But I wanted to show you guys because I'm obsessed with these things. And for once, I actually had a new yarn before a lot of Michaels did, which never happens. And yes, they are revamping their yarn department a little bit in our store, which shocked me a little bit because they never do that. We are always the last to get anything. But there are also, look at other podcasters' videos. They will see more, like ones that actually can video in the store. I don't have that ability with my phone or camera. I have a webcam, and my phone is 5 years old and does not hold any kind of memory or whatever. It's a whole thing. I gotta get a new phone ASAP, but that's neither here nor there. But they have new anniversary cakes. They have macchiato cakes. I used to buy the macchiato cakes, but it is wool and acrylic, and they are gorgeous new colors. They are, oh my gosh, had it not been wool in there, I would have bought it. But I can't use wool. I can't hand wash a product. So that's the only thing, the only reason. Sorry, this dog hair is on my nose again. Okay, now that I'm done making funny faces at you, I'm sorry. It's never, like, there's always, my nose is always itching with this dog hair. It flies everywhere. If anybody has a husky and you are going through the same shedding thing that I am, where is he right now? Oh, he's over there. He's laid out. I feel you. The hair issue. You can see the little hair right there, the hair bunny in my kitchen that has traveled from, I guarantee it traveled from my dining room, under the table, which is where most of the hair accumulates and then goes across the floor. I vacuum probably more than I ever have. And this is just one dog. Normally, when Max would shed, they would shed at the same time. There was so much hair. Oh my gosh, I thought I was going to be choked to death by hair. But it's all white hair. White hair everywhere. But anyway, besides the hair, I love that dog. He's my everything, aren't you, little dude? He's so cold. But that is, those skeins of yarn is the reason that I wanted to come back, guys. That motivated me to do videos again, whatever works, right? So, and tell me what project of mine you like the best that I'm working on right now. Tell me what you think of the smash cakes. Tell me if you bought them. Tell me what color is your favorite. What are you guys working on right now? Just tell me all the things. It's been so long that, and I apologize, guys. Life, I just am not really good about managing life and doing work things too, especially when with my mental health issues, with my PTSD and anxiety. Going to work every day sometimes is all I can do. I come home and I'm a complete vegetable. Like, I don't even have a brain anymore some days. Like, that's how it works. If you deal with mental health issues, you kind of understand that peopling is really hard sometimes. But anyway, that's been me for like the last 7 months. Just being able to function normally, doing basic things has been everything. So I apologize that I have not put out a video, but at the same time, I can only do so much as a human with my issues, with my family what's going on with my family, with the work situation. There is a dog hair on my face, everything that was going on. I could not just sit down and record a video for whatever reason, but I'm back. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, even though it had to come in 2 parts because my husband came home unexpectedly. I knew it was gonna happen. I knew it. Is there an ice cream truck? The ice cream truck is outside. We never get... It's kind of a cool day for ice cream, though. I haven't seen the ice cream truck in years. There's an ice cream truck. I kind of want to go out there and buy something, but it's gone. I'm not gonna behave myself. Not gonna. It's gonna take me forever to go to my purse, get my cash, run out there, chase down the ice cream truck looking like a bozo. I am a 35-year-old woman. I am not an 8-year-old kid looking for a popsicle, okay? That's in my pajamas. My Weekend Vibes pajamas. Can you see that? That scared the heck out of anybody. Woo! Don't go out there. There's a crazy lady in pajamas chasing down the ice cream truck. Yes, I am. Anyway, guys, I'm gonna let you go. It's been a little bit of a video. I'm sorry about the nose itching. The hair's been flying. There's been a lot of distractions, but hopefully I'll get back into the the routine of doing a video and not being so everywhere with my brain and my hands and distracted by everything. And so bear with me, guys. I hope to see you in the next video. It was so good to be back. It really is so nice to be back and talk about yarn, talk about crochet, and show you all of the fun things that I'm working on. And let me know what you're working on in the comments. I'd love to know. All right, guys, you have a good one. I will see you next weekend. Bye-bye.